Welcome to the world of probiotic foods. This is Cultured Food Life with your host, Donna Schwenk.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Today, we're going to be talking about kefir for breakfast, my favorite 4 recipes. And I love to have my probiotics for breakfast. And I learned a long time ago that if I wanted to feel good, I had to have kefir every day. It seems to work the best for me to have kefir in the morning, but sometimes I have it other times too. I'll have it in the evening. Sometimes if I don't want to eat something for dinner, I'll just make a smoothie or something. And I love having that at dinner, especially if I'm busy and I don't have time to eat a lot of things and I'm not super hungry. Kefir is great because it's super fast food. You can make it in 5 minutes. And I do that quite often, actually. I've kind of played around different ways to have kefir. And I settled on some. Of course, this changes because I make so much kefir. But each one of these different recipes is the one I'm having most often right now. And each one of these smoothies has different components. And I use those to give me different nutrients of things I need. But the reason I have kefir every day, because of what kefir does for me. So kefir helps my blood pressure stay within normal range because kefir has an enzyme that works on the stomach in 1 out of 3 people to help, like an ACE inhibitor drug. It works very, very well. It also helps to keep my blood sugar stable. That was something I learned right away with kefir, is how great that was for lowering my blood sugar. It helps me detox and keeps my hormones in balance. It, especially during menopause, when I was going through that was a godsend. I drank a lot of kefir then. Kefir helps my digestion stay at peak performance and keeps my immune system very, very strong. That's a big reason that I drink kefir. And kefir gives me lots of nutrients. And anything that I eat with kefir, I get the nutrients from that food too, more readily available because kefir is so pre-digested. It has 50 plus probiotics and a bunch of enzymes that helps you digest your food and anything you have with it. That's really over 40 times what you find in most yogurts. The most you really find in yogurts is about 6 to 7 strains, whereas kefir has a lot of good yeast too. So there's a lot of different good strains of bacteria and yeast that are in kefir that aren't in yogurts. Kefir gives me all kinds of energy, but it also keeps my skin looking great. It preserves the food. When you make kefir, it preserves that milk and keeps out pathogens so it can last, goodness, like months and months in your fridge. And it does that when you drink it. It helps to preserve you. I did an experiment with kefir for 2 months and tried to not have it. That didn't work out so good for me. So I started noticing things like I was gaining weight, getting indigestion. I got a cold, so I cut the experiment short. And I wrote an article about that, and I'll link that in this article that's connected to this podcast so you can take a look at it. But the kefir has so many transient bacteria strains, and what that means is these strains aren't permanent guests in your body. They only last for a short amount of time, so then they leave. There are some strains that are permanent, but a lot of these are transient strains, and that happens with a lot of the cultured foods. So you need to consume them every few days to keep those strains healthy and happy in your body. They do so many things for you. That's another reason I love kefir. So these 4 recipes are the ones I use the most. But again, this is subject to change because I'm constantly finding new recipes and doing new things. But these are the methods that I use and the things that I do to keep my immune system running strong and keep me running strong. I think kefir is like your breakfast of champions, so I think everybody should have kefir. So the first one I do is lemon curd kefir. I love lemons, but I really love lemon curd. I'm very fortunate that I have a lemon tree, so it's really easy for me to make this, and I'm always trying to find recipes to use with lemons. But lemon curd at the store is usually full of sugar, so I devised my own lemon curd recipe so I could have it on a regular basis. It takes about 11 minutes to make, and then I keep a jar in my fridge all the time. My family really loves it. They eat it all the time. So lemons are superfood. My microbes love the pectin, a form of soluble fiber in lemons. Lemons are loaded with vitamin C, and it's pretty impressive. The juice and zest of one lemon can provide 187% of the daily value of vitamin C. Vitamin C is a super infection fighter and immune booster. So it's always important, since it's a water-soluble vitamin that goes away if you don't consume it, to have lots of this in your diet. It also helps with inflammation relief and is a natural diuretic. Lemons are very low in calories, and you also want to consume the zest of lemons anytime you can. The skins have 10 times more nutrients than the juice, and that can pack a wallop when you really need that. You'll love this recipe. It's easy to make. You just scoop some curd onto your glass of kefir, stir it, and it is so good and so easy. The next recipe that I make all the time is my it's actually blueberry cherry collagen smoothie bowl. This is just a great recipe for breakfast. And adding berries to kefir means you're getting a lot of the antioxidants and polyphenols, which help fight chronic disease and give you tons of energy. They're high in fiber compared to other fruits, and they're rich in vitamin C. Berries may also help regulate your blood sugar and your insulin levels. And human studies suggest that eating berries may protect cells from high blood sugar levels. Human studies suggest that eating berries may protect cells from high blood sugar levels that help increase insulin sensitivity and reduce blood sugar and insulin responses to a high-carb meal. Berries have huge anti-inflammatory properties. They're fabulous. I recommend that you have them as much as you can. Inflammation is your body's response to infection or injury, and certain lifestyle choices, such as unhealthy food choices, processed foods, lots of sugar, can lead to all kinds of inflammation. And inflammation is believed to be the contributing factor in heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and berries can help you fight that and reduce that inflammation and give you sustained energy throughout the day. This meal is so easy to make, and it is so rich in so many things your body needs. I love making this smoothie. It takes less than 5 minutes, and it just makes you feel fantastic because it gives you so much energy. Collagen is something I have. I try to have that every day. Collagen is found almost everywhere in the body, but it is most abundant in the skin, the bones, the tendons, and the ligaments. It helps to hold our tissues together, gives strength to our skeleton, and it also makes your kefir creamy and yummy, and helps you with so many things. I love adding. I get the vanilla one, and I have an Amazon store, and I will put that link down there, and you can see all the ones that I use and recommend. And I have a really good article called, "Are You Getting Enough of This Powerful Protein?" And I'll link that too. That's in the article, and along with the berry smoothie bowl recipes. You'll really enjoy this recipe, and I encourage you to get more collagen. Now, my third one is the kefir breakfast bowl, and this is the one I do a lot in the spring and summer. It's loaded again with 70% of the vitamin C you need a day, and you can add toppings to this to make it extra special. And mangoes and kefir go extremely well together. And this great smoothie bowl is light and refreshing. And you can also make it into just a smoothie. It doesn't have to be a bowl. It's very thick, but it kind of reminds you of a tropical island. Mangoes contain digestive enzymes called amylase, and they help break down large food particles into smaller ones that are easy to absorb. Mangoes contain mangoferin, which helps reduce inflammation of the heart. Mangoes also have a low glycemic level, making them a good snack for diabetics. And they make this smoothie rich and creamy and mango-y. I don't know how else to tell you. It just tastes like sunshine. It's delicious. And I love to have it. It's one of my, I think I just made this the other day. I did. I topped it with coconut. I love those tropical flavors. And I also made this the other day and added some strawberries too, because mangoes and strawberries work really good together with a splash of orange juice. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite combinations. And I did that the other day because my smoothie bowl got so thick I couldn't blend it very well. So I added a little bit of orange juice to it, and oh gosh, it was so good. Now, I think this is the fourth one. Yes, the fourth one is my kefir date shake because I'm in love with dates. I love dates. They are packed with vitamins and minerals, but one of the most interesting thing about dates is the presence of organic sulfur in them. This is a very, very hard element to find in food. And sulfur is incredibly important, and it is the third most abundant mineral in your body. It's essential for life. It makes up vital amino acids, and it's used to create protein for cells. It also does that for hormones, enzymes, and antibodies. It's a necessary function for insulin production, and sulfur is a powerful, powerful detoxifier at the cellular level. It also helps relieve pain, makes for gorgeous, beautiful skin and hair, and I love dates. They have a lot of fiber, I use date sugar in a lot of my baked goods because I just do so well on that as compared to, you know, other sugars and substitutes. So it's kind of works like coconut sugar, but dates are very good for you, especially if you're struggling, like you're looking for healthier alternatives. Date sugar is great. I love date paste. I love date sugar. Okay, it's just all about right before I started doing this podcast. I wanted some, so I took dates. I smashed them in a pan on some parchment paper, and I took some nut butter and poured it over top of them. I opened up the dates, took out the seeds, and smashed them all, like laid them open. Drizzled them with some nut butter, and then covered them in dark chocolate. I have this dark chocolate I love that's actually made from dates, the date sugar they use in it. You can see that on my Amazon store, and I'm going to link that too. And then I put almonds in it, some sea salt, and a little bit of coconut. You don't have to do coconut. Sometimes I don't do that, but I did this time. And then I put them in the freezer, and I swear, you guys, it's like a Snickers bar. You just break off a hunk. And it's just something I love to eat because I love dates. And just recently we went to two date farms because everybody here in California eats dates because they're everywhere because they're special date trees. And it's one of my favorite places to go because they have date shakes, they have date everything from coconut-filled dates to almonds to date sugar to date pancake mixes and coffee that has dates in it. And I just really notice a big difference when I eat dates, and I do very well on date sugar and dates in general. But my date shake is the bomb because that is so good because the ones they sell at the store have a lot of sugar in them, and I don't like that. I'm not sure if they have sugar, actually. They may just use the date sugar. I should ask them that. But anyway, I make my own with kefir in them to make it healthy with me. And I also put walnuts in it, which gives it this creamy, nutty flavor. And walnuts are so good because they have alpha-linoleic acid in them. And that's an omega-3 fatty acid. It's important for reducing inflammation. In fact, it's the only nut significantly high in omega-3 fatty acids. It also helps to burn fat. It's a very powerful thing to get in your diet. So walnuts are fabulous. I like to put them in a lot of things because they help to retain, all kinds of healthy muscle, anytime you have an alpha-linoleic acid, omega-3 fatty acid, you're going to help reduce inflammation in your body. You're going to help keep those cells young. Because we're eating so many bad oils now. They are so rancid. They're so bad for you. Cottonseed oils and canola oils, all of those help make up the structures of your cells. And they're horrible for your body. We don't do well on them. So getting more fatty acids, getting really good olive oils that are grown locally make a huge difference. Or using coconut oils, things that are healthy for you are so much better so your cells aren't filled with these acids that go rancid, that make you age and give you all different kinds of problems, and also increase inflammation and not reduce it. So back to my date shake. It's fabulous. The walnuts and dates, kefir, and it's so good. I also have a protein that I put in a vanilla protein powder that I love to give us this creamy vanilla flavor. It's one of my favorites things now. I had it 2 days ago. That's how much I like it. So, I have one more on here that's really good. Elu-rdine kefir smoothie. That's another one I have. This is an addition to the other recipes. I've been having it a lot. I put red fennel powder in it, which is basically berries ground up, and Elu-rdine yogurt, and I put kefir in it. Then I put some orange juice and some frozen fruit in it, and oh my gosh, it is one of our favorite morning smoothies because you get kefir and Elu-rdine together, and it makes you feel better. What a difference this smoothie makes. So if you're making Elu-rdine, which a lot of people are, this is a great one to have too. I love it. It's delicious. So we've got the Elu-rdine kefir smoothie. We've got the kefir date shake, the kefir breakfast bowl, the blueberry collagen smoothie bowl, and the lemon curd kefir, which is 5, not 4. So 5 of my favorite breakfasts. I thought I'd give you an extra one. I just can't count. So anyway, those are some of my favorite breakfast bowls. And I hope you'll love them. They're so fun and easy to make. It takes 5 minutes to make these things, guys. So always keep this frozen fruit on hand, some kefir and some yogurt, and you'll have a great breakfast that is loaded with probiotics and healthy benefits for your body. It reduces inflammation, keeps your mind healthy too, because the more nutrients you get, the brighter and happier you are. So thanks for listening, guys. I hope you'll start making kefir part of your morning breakfast. It has made all the difference for me. We'll talk to you next time.